Hey friends, I just thought I would come and give you a few thoughts on what I was thinking about today as I was reading Mark, especially chapter 10. And it's always has bothered me when I've read this chapter that Jesus is already set his face towards Jerusalem, getting ready for his death on the cross. And he tells his disciples for the third time, "We're going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be delivered over to the chief priests and the teachers of the law. They will condemn him to death and will hand him over to the Gentiles, who will mock him and spit on him, flog him and kill him, and 3 days later he will rise." But right after this is the part that's always kind of baffled me. James and John come to him and say, "We've got a favor to ask. We want to be on your left and your right." And I've always said that and thought, good grief, did you not just hear what he said? That he is going on his way to his death. And I just thought they had in their mind that he was going to establish that earthly kingdom. And they didn't hear that "I'm going to die" part and be raised again. And even if they heard it, they were thinking, okay, then he's going to set up his kingdom. So then they were trying to place themselves. Okay, this is where I want to be in your kingdom. We're ready for this. But they still did not see what God's plan really was. Even at this point, after 3 years of being with Jesus, they didn't see what his true plan was. And I got to thinking about how we need to really try to be more aware, to see the whole picture of what's going on around in our lives. I'm looking at Jesus in this chapter, and he surely was in a mournful state of mind. You know, who wouldn't be, knowing that you're going to be in this great amount of suffering? Who wouldn't be afraid or worried about it? And yet the disciples didn't see that. Even though he was telling them, "I'm going to be put to death," they didn't see that part of it. They didn't see his sorrow. They were only concerned about their own lives and where they fit into the whole scheme of things. But when you look at Jesus, here he was in distress. But in this chapter, he's seeing other people. He's seeing what's going on with other people. He sees the parents bringing their children to him, and that he wants to take that time to love on the kids and say, this is the kingdom of heaven right here, these children. And then a little bit further, a rich young man comes to him, and he is sorrowed by how this man does not have his priorities right. And then blind Bartimaeus calls out to him, wanting to get his sight restored. And Jesus stops and calls him to him. And each of these things is where Jesus is like looking around him and paying attention to what's going on and the needs of others. And today I would just like to challenge myself and you to really just start to try to become more aware of what's going on around you and who has needs, and start to reach out to them. I really think that if we quit worrying about what's in it for me and why is my life in the situation it's in, if we start just reaching out to others, we will find more joy in our life. And so that was just the thought I had today, and I wanted to share that with you. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas season, and we're just 1 week away. So just have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas with your family and friends, and God bless you.